Kuwait Maps, a roadmap to a new vision to enhance cooperation and aspirations, administration commitment, e-government and interactive platforms, promoting production and efficiency, shedding light on institutions' e-services, improving the performance of government and non-government services for citizens and residents, competitive and productive, mobilizing all efforts in order to achieve intended objectives, which accentuates development and prosperity in society.
Hello, this is Abdul Latif Lanizi. In this Ramadan, wait for us because we will see you in our new fitness program, Get Fit.
Hello dear viewers and welcome to our program, coming to you every day on KTV2 channel Kuwait Maps. It's a variety and social program that sheds light on the out and about in the state of Kuwait, mainly the mechanism and workflow of the governmental institutions and key state bodies. With the aim of fulfilling our social responsibilities, Kuwait Maps is emphasizing on the privileges and services being provided by the local agencies, as well as highlighting the information and data being acquired by both citizens and residents. In this journey, we will take you to a new destination to explore another national entity that is crucially contributing in the process of pushing the wheel of progress in the state of Kuwait. Today, we will explore the nest of Kuwait Red Crescent Society. The Kuwait Red Crescent Society is one of the leading Kuwaiti beacons in the field of humanitarian work. It plays an integral role in activities and projects both inside and outside Kuwait, and is highly appreciated by a large number of international and regional organizations concerned with humanitarian work. This vision has evolved from traditional relief work to development-focused activities aimed at lifting beneficiaries from realities of misery and poverty to the best possible solution. This is possible by working to provide them with the basic requirements. Joining us, the Vice Chairman of the Kuwaiti Red Crescent Organization, Mr. Anwar Al-Hassawi, to tell us more about the services and role of Kuwait Red Crescent Society and more.
Kuwait Red Crescent Society has established in 1966, and since then we have helped around 105 countries around the world. These countries are the most needed countries, and we help them according to two things: either natural disaster like floods, earthquakes, or dryness, or if there is a war. What happened is that we send our volunteers after we discuss it with the other country, Red Cross or Red Crescent. We discuss with them what they need, the needs on this, like what happened in the earthquake in Turkey later. And we buy the things either in Kuwait or from the country that we are going to. Some countries they need tents, some countries they need medicine, equipments, medicine, and some countries they need food. It depends on the disaster. Since that, we have helped over 100 countries around the world, and all this help comes into Kuwait records, because whatever we do, it's recorded in the United Nations. And this is why Kuwait has got the title of humanitarian country. Now the latest help we did is for the earthquake in Turkey. We have sent our volunteers the second day, and since then we've been disputing with the Turkish Red Crescent and with Qatari Red Crescent to the people there. Over 2 million people are out, and you know there's over 50,000 people are killed and 80,000 are injured. Before that, we were in Lebanon since the explosion of the port. Also, second day we were there. This is why when I say Kuwait has got the record of a humanitarian country, because it comes second or third day by the most after disaster happened. Also in Tsunami we did like this, in Gaza also we did like this. We are working also in Yemen, in Iraq, of course, Somalia, dryness. We are working in most of the countries, especially for Ramadan. Ramadan we have iftar, and most of these countries, whoever sent for us that need the iftar, we discuss it with the Red Cross or Red Crescent in that country. Of course, Kuwait Red Crescent is a society that is a member of International Red Cross and Red Crescent, and it's cooperating with all of this society in the world. This is outside Kuwait. Inside Kuwait, of course, we are helping around 5,000 families who need families. We are giving food, school equipment, clothes. Also, we have a big disaster center here that show us or tell us before whenever anything happened around the world. It shows us here on the map where it happened and how far the airport is and how many casualties here. We have helped, of course, as I said, over 100 countries. All these countries are, mostly of them are in Africa for the dryness or the floods. Most of them, I can say, if you look at the map of the world, if you see all the Red Cross centers or help around the world, maybe only a few countries that we don't want. I hope nothing happened to them that we can, of course, they don't need us. But even to the States, we have went for this hurricanes that happened. Japan, we have did, of course, Kuwait did. When you see the map, you can see how many countries we went for. Anything happened in any country, we get appeal from the International Red Cross and Red Crescent. They ask us to help, or the ambassador of their country comes to us and he asks us to do. Then, of course, mostly the money come from government. A small country like Kuwait, it has over 170 what you call it, groups for volunteers. It has also more than 23 societies that gives around the world, and most of them, they have offices in these countries. So this is the conclusion I want to say, that Kuwait is a beautiful country and is leading in the humanitarian thing, and we want to keep it this way.
Since its establishment in 1966, Kuwait Red Crescent Society offered endless aid and assistance to those who are in need and elevated their suffrage. Operating locally and internationally, Kuwait Red Crescent Society is a reflection to the true Kuwaiti charitable deeds. This year, the first book that will describe and capture the unseen actions and history of Kuwait Red Crescent Society since its establishment till today. 57 years of philanthropy that made Kuwait a pioneer in humanitarian aid. 57 years of support from the High Command, the people, and local institutions. An organization works with the people to assist other people. This small organization that operates just like a beehive, always in the lead to help and overcome natural disasters, wars, and other difficulties to provide help and ease the odds for the needy. From the strong Islamic and humanitarian beliefs that everyone has the right to have a decent life. Kuwait Red Crescent Society joins other international humanitarian organizations to find a path for lasting peace.
Joining us, volunteers from the Red Crescent organization to elaborate more about their roles and the organization's activities.
The disaster department, everyone knows that it's the most important department in the society, because usually they deal with the disaster in globally. Usually these disasters comes from the natural disaster. Once these disasters happens, we had a very qualified volunteers team. They start gathering themselves, doing meetings, and after that they go to the place where the disaster happens, because there is a lot of tasks they have to do to relieve the pain of the people. Recently we had the earthquake disaster in Turkey and Syria, and from the first moment our society start race against time, just to go there and to relieve the pain of the people, the victims from what happens to them. We start air bridge with a lot of first aids and more than tons and tons of equipment, shelters, food, clothes, just to deliver them to the people of Turkey and Syria. Actually, every year we have a campaign, summer campaign, that we cover the kids. We do a campaign for them, and these campaigns all teach them the skills, teach them how to be helpful with the other people. We teach them the first aid, basic first aid. So in this courses, we are trying to raise a generation that like to help people. So once they become adult and more than 18 years, they are most welcome, and they've been trained. So we accept them directly without any training later on. So our doors are open for everyone. The adults or the more than 18 years, they are welcome. The kids, we do them courses to make them more qualified for the future.
The role of the Red Cross and Red Crescent societies has evolved and developed since then, until in the year 1966, when 18 of our founding fathers created the Red Crescent Society here in Kuwait. The goal of the Red Crescent Society was to help and aid people in situations of social conflicts, as well in addition to situations of natural disasters and natural epidemics and pandemics. disregarding any political or any ideological beliefs. In Ramadan this year, we are helping around 4,000 needy families here in Kuwait by providing them with food supplies, and some families also are going to receive some electric appliances. Those aids are going to be distributed here in our headquarters in Shuwaykh from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also, a team of our colleagues are going to be deployed to visit some houses to ensure the credibility of those cases, and also provide them with the necessary assistance. To volunteer in the Kuwait Red Crescent Society, you have to come to our headquarters here in Shuwaykh and fill an application. You have to provide us with an ID copy and your photo, and our team are going to call you when there is a volunteering chance.
As part of its commitment to meet the requirements of its valued customers. Until then, stay tuned for more topics and updates that concern the society and benefit Kuwaiti citizens and residents as well.